And audio is on, which is required for this sort of thing. So if you all want to watch, for those of you in Discord that are in this game with me right now, you might want to mute me so that I'm not talking in your face. You also might, well, I'm going to have spoilers in there because it's my view, but I don't think there's a lot that's in the DM layer in this one. So I trust you all, though you can't see my journal anyway. So, okay. So we're gonna start, you know, again, for those of you that were here last time, with just some introductions. I'm gonna probably do the one I did last night because I didn't think of a cooler exercise for today. So, does anyone need any last minute character changes? Any questions about how Roll20 works? Anything vital to getting this game going?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great. You know, like I said last night, I did have to do a little bit of Roll20 teaching. So it's good that we can just jump right into this. Okay, well, my name is Spencer. I've been DMing since I was 13 years old, and I'm 31 right now. I'm not very good at it, and I'm probably never gonna get better, but I try to focus on just having fun like you used to when you first started playing and had no idea what you're doing. And half the time I don't, and I think it's okay not to take yourself too seriously. This isn't one of those, situations where, you know, we need to know a lot, but I will try to keep us moving here. So with that being said, Eridrin, oh man, everyone's names in this game are so much easier than last time. Eridrin, can you tell me, again, that elevator pitch of just kind of race, class, and let's do the coolest thing one more time, the coolest thing your character can do.
Alright, Eradrin, Wood Elf, Champion Monk. I used to be a gladiator. I carry around a telescopic trident on my back that I never really use because I'm better with a bow. And the coolest thing I can do is kill a lion with nothing but my hands.
That is pretty cool. So I'm assuming you've done that before. All right. Next, we'll move on to Dagnar. So just kind of your basic, tell me your race, class. Yeah, if you want to describe what you look like, that's fine. And then the coolest thing Dagnar can do.
So I am a mountain dwarf barbarian. Even for a dwarf, I'm pretty hairy. And I've got a maul on my back, but I don't actually use it. I'm better with a one-handed weapon.
Okay. So, yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I've always got that backup weapon, but it really never comes into play unless you're just trying to do some home renovations. Someone is having a delightful meal. You can always turn down that. Well, you don't have to even do push to talk. I just turn down my sensitivity because I'm too stubborn to do push to talk. But yeah, turning down the mic sensitivity, that way you're just like, it forces you to project too into the mic and use your diaphragm. Also, if you're talking to me and it seems like I have no idea who you are, you can we'll just do that classic, Dagnar does this instead of I do this, because I can't see you and all your Discord names don't match. So, you know, kind of think in those terms just so that I can remember who's who. Zora, why don't you tell me a little bit about your character that it looks like you got thrown together in good time?
I did. Well, I mean, I've had her for a while. I just had to transfer her to Roll20. She's a Protector Azamar life cleric that I put together for the Tomb of Annihilation.
Okay.
She's come in quite handy there. And the coolest thing she's done is she was actually able to like harvest a dragon quite cleanly, like getting all the parts with a nat 20 on
all the parts, all of them,
all the parts. So
okay,
that was pretty cool. Besides her, you know, inherent, you know, radiant energy damage dealing.
Right. So don't stand too close; you'll get a sunburn.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And what's the coolest thing you can do? Or no, you said the dragon. The dragon gutting. Got it.
She harvested. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
All right. So, other than that, let's move on to Harlan. Harlan, tell me about your character and what's the coolest thing you can do.
Why, hello, my fellow adventurers. My name is Harlan. I am a student of nature. While I prefer not to espouse labels upon people and putting them into little boxes and whatnot by referring to myself only as a part of my class, as what these like metaphysical, you know, kind of things are. Like, I will just say that I am a fan of nature. I am proficient with the herbalist kit, and if you would like a hit off my herbalist kit, please just let me know.
Okay.
And at some period during what some people refer to as combat, you might see me take the form of a dinosaur. And do not be afraid, my companions, for that is I, just in another form.
That's great. Also, I've definitely I'm not killing the awesomeness because I sound totally different, but I have done that character voice for a very similar class type, and I am a big fan. Okay, so I am just still setting up things, but I'm really liking the description, so we're going to keep going. Jugger, tell me about, again, quick elevator pitch and the coolest thing your character can do.
All right. Well, Jugger is a half-orc, about 7 feet tall, steeled with muscle. He looks at you and says, I'm Jugger Grimrod, Lord of Thunder, first mate of the dread pirate ship Revenger, scourge of the high and low seas, whichever. And he's a large half-orc, of course, carrying a greatsword. And the craziest thing he does is when he fights, as he leaps into battle, lightning courses through him and he hurls lightning at his enemies.
Okay, well that's awesome. That's pretty intense. So, all right, looks like I'm just getting some tokens lashed in here, making sure we've got those beautiful nameplates and we can see them. For some reason, the bar macro for Harlan's HP isn't working, but I'm sure Harlan can manage his own HP. So I'm done with that, and I think by the time we're done with this, we'll all know each other's characters fairly well, and we can do kind of just a classic AL jump into the action thing without too much narrative. So that being said, Woojin, you got into Roll20. You made it. Tell me about your character and the coolest thing you can do.
Wu Jin introduces himself as Great Paladin of Groomsh. And looking at this quote-unquote Paladin of Groomsh, you see he is not wearing any armor and is carrying a really heavy great axe with a holy symbol of, you're not quite sure if it's Groomsh or Tyr. It looks like he just kind of combined things together. Yes, I'm Wu Jin. Coolest thing Wu Jin has done. I fought a fire elemental. It was burning, and then I beat it down until it stopped burning. Then I beat it some more.
Wow. Well, one of these days, I'm waiting for a character to do that thing. I don't know if any of you ever listened to the podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern, but there's a wizard character in that who has this epically long title. I am Usador, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, manipulator of magical delights, master of light and shadow, and he just keeps going on and on. I should really come up with something like that just to annoy a DM. Anyway. Okay. So
I thought that I heard that Wu Jin met his end in the temple or in the tomb of the 9 gods.
Yeah. Then Wu Jin remembered he's a half-orc, and half-orcs are immortal.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wu Jin got better.
Then he got better because the player forgot he was a half-orc.
It's your god forgot you were a half-orc. All right. So I'm just gonna pull a couple things up here. Where are my tunes at? Ooh, that's got so much feeling. You've all been wandering through the forest for quite some time. You've heard rumors that this particular forest, the Quivering Forest, has always had a bit of a reputation for danger. I mean, I guess Flawn's it's been attacked by Bane, an actual god. It's been taken over by the Zentarum a couple times. I think the Netherese attacked it at one point. So a lot of bad things happen in Flan. It attracts a lot of adventurers. There's a lot of adventuring guilds, rogues guilds, magical, learning centers, etc. For a small town, it has a lot to offer adventurers. Right now, it's been pretty quiet for adventurers, and you've really heard the only action is in the Quivering Forest. In fact, as you were just exploring these rumors that the forest has been filling with this strange corruption that appears as a black goo that seeps from the eyes and ears of creatures within it, various people, hunters that come back from the forest carry this corruption on them. They eventually get sick and die. Some younger, well, not younger, but less experienced adventurers had traveled into the Quivering Forest just a short while ago and claimed that they had solved the problem, but it seems to only have gotten worse since then. And for your various reasons, you've decided to investigate. As you'd been camping in the forest on your journey, you got a pretty big lead as to who to talk to. You were introducing, giving yourselves a little bit more background on each other, telling stories that kind of involved things like gutting dragons or nearly dying in a, famous tomb in Chult. When all of a sudden a waify, sickly-looking elven woman stumbled into your camp with a blood-soaked note, coughing up black bile. She says, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna assume that you're adventurers. I need you to swear to me on your life that you'll go to Throndarathin, speak to Ilrin. She hands you this note with a plea for help on it, and she kind of lurches and falls limp to the ground. Maybe you can all decide what happens to her. I don't really think that this is a story hook after all, so you can tell me what happens next.
Harland will rush over to her and attempt to revive her with his herbalist kit.
All right. You stick some like smelling salt type of herb under her nose, something that is very like foul and acrid smelling that like wakes people up. Yeah, she kind of perks up and vomits a bunch more of that black bile out. And actually just vomiting up a lot of that material seems to have helped quite a bit. But you all kind of give her some water and food, and the next day she leads you to Throndarthin, if you will accompany her.
Most certainly, there is a woman in need.
Well, really, it's my whole village, so I feel like the chivalry thing is a little unnecessary.
It is all good, my fellow human, or half-elf and half-human woman.
I appreciate the comforting words. Thank you. It should be... Oh, go ahead.
Take another hit of my herbalist kit. It will make you forget your woes. It is medicinal in nature.
I think that sounds rather suspicious, but okay. So you hand her the herbalism kit. She takes it, but she kind of stops for a moment. She says, "Okay, I think it's right up here," and it is. The box text occurs. Throndarthin looms before you, the shadow of the forest, wrapping skeletal arms around this village. As you move closer, the quiet of the village presses in on you. The barest of noises filters through the air as the elves drag through the motions of their tasks. As you pass, grim faces stare at the ground, as if their very souls have been drained. I don't know if you hear the thunder in the background here, but it's pretty terrifying. In the town square, there is a long crag. Oh, nope, it's not a crag, it's an elf. Just a very old elf. He bows his head to you, and the sickly elven woman heads off to her hut, and he introduces himself. He's beckoning towards you to introduce himself, I should say.
Why, hello, sir.
Hello, old funny-looking elf.
I've not been told I'm funny-looking in quite some time. Not since my wife left. Thank you for coming to our aid. I should tell you what's going on, I suppose.
Yes, please do.
All right, I'm Ilrin, elder of this village. I had prayed to the gods that more adventurers would come and actually finish the job this time of solving the problem of this corruption. Come, let's get out of the middle of this weird-looking street that's on this map, and we'll discuss it more inside my hut over here. He points to a shabby single-room hut nearby. You go inside, I assume, and there is a room, or it is a room that is, it looks like everything is handcrafted. You can tell that, he has furniture that come from hundreds of years of elven craftsmanship, and these things are probably ancient but well cared for.
I'm sure that they were all taken from sustainably farmed forests as well.
Oh, yes, most certainly we typically use... Anyway, you don't need to hear about our forestry practices, I'm sure. That's for another adventure. No, this time it's something far more nefarious, I should say. About a 10-day ago, there was a sickness afflicting the village. Hunters had eaten a stag that was corrupted by that corruption that you've probably heard of by now. A group of adventurers came by the village to help me gather herbs to cure them. They ended up encountering a dryad that was casting a ritual to, intensify this corruption even further. And they told me that they had convinced her to stop doing that, but it seems as though it's only gotten worse. Any questions so far? I don't want to put you into exposition corner. What was that? I'm sorry.
Woojin can sympathize. Woojin once had bad case of beans. Or beans had bad case of Woojin.
Oh.
Anyway, Woojin held up in corner for a week.
Sadly, I'm a vegan, so all I eat are beans. My life is a living nightmare. I can say that because I'm a vegan. But anyway. No, speaking of this, that kind of illness, though, there were Aarakocra bodies found throughout the forest, and they've shown signs of the same sickness. The dryad, the rumors are that when she was near, the bodies would animate and attack. So we thought that, things had been handled once she was, I guess, taught of the error of her ways. But we sent out a scouting party once we heard the corruption was handled, and instead we discovered that it's expanded. Only 3 of our scout parties returned, and the last one is, it's been 5 days and they haven't come back. I'm hoping that you can go investigate what's happening. The scouts that did come back tell us they found these cairns shaped like skulls that have been erected all over the forest, and they've seen corrupted trees, more so than reported by the previous adventurers. I can show you where the cairns are, and they seem to form some sort of pathway. Please, just take a look and see if you can find the source of who's building these and why, and how to fix this. That's it.
That will be our great pleasure to assist you, my friend. Here, let us seal this agreement by having a hit of my herbalist kit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a kiss. That's the traditional elven method of sealing a deal. But okay.
Okay. Woojin can perform ceremony. You want ceremony?
Wait, oh no. Look, I think you're very nice.
Dearly beloved, we gather here in name of Groomsh.
Oh dear, I'm worried now. Oh, why is the wedding music playing now? Oh god. Okay, anyway.
Do you, strange medicine man, wish Mary, strange, funny-looking old elf dude?
Look, no, I'm sorry. This is just not working for me. I have to go now. I miss my wife. But first, let's finish this up, please. All right.
Oh, you having second thoughts? Woojin sympathize. Woojin not understand. Paladin way is to go boldly in rage, not cower out. But not everyone tough for Groomsh way.
I believe that he might be getting cold feet.
What's cold is dying of evil corruption, right? Am I right? So,
yep.
Here's the thing. I'm again, find these cairns and determine the source of the corruption in the forest, and if possible, destroy its source. And of course, I'll do what I can to make sure you're rewarded in a way that's thematic and doesn't seem weird with these new Adventurers League rules. In exchange for this, I'll give you 3 potions of healing right now. I can definitely do that within these new rules. Here you go. I brewed them freshly this morning, but I don't have any more ingredients than that until I can get into the forest safely. When you get back, I'll give you a diagram on how to build a Heward's handy haversack. It's my father's recipe. I'm certain that if you adventure enough, you'd probably figure out how to build or acquire your own.
Great.
The village would pay you, but what we're going to probably do instead is give you an IOU, and at a certain point in your life, we'll give you each a cut of the money that we've put together. Once that's possible, you'll definitely have our IOU, and that will come to you eventually. Is that all understood?
Yeah, whoever came up with these rules definitely was taking a few too many hits off the herbalist.
I remember my slave master saying the same thing every time he went into a fight.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's better than the way adventurers used to do things, going in and they'd go to that one temple in a place called Barvia and get a bunch of money there. They'd always come back so wealthy. I'd be visiting Flan and they'd just be partying all day and night. Anyway,
Mugen got wings and ate grave dirt.
Right, just look, yeah, that's a thing. Wait, is that where you got those wings from?
Ash, but Party didn't like that. Dragon got to eat no mash instead.
Well, anyway, we're killing all this time, but I'm sure we'll get done quickly. You seem like you could defeat any foe.
It's killing time!
Well, no, I don't think so yet. Here, look. I have a few more things to give you so you can complete this task it's important. First of all,
okay, Mugen like free stuff.
Yeah, well, this is good. It's a map. I drew it myself. This is where the first 6 cairns were found, and it should be, if you're moving at a normal pace, you should be able to get there in 4 hours. But if you're trying to move slow and stealthily, it could take a little longer. Similarly, if you were trying to run, you might, I mean, I don't do that much cardio. You might, struggle with moving that quickly, but you could certainly try. But it's uncharted wilderness, well, sort of. So you could get lost. Just try to follow the map the best you can.
And you drew this yourself? Is that a stick figure over there?
It is. I really struggle with drawing noses, so I just avoid it with this little guy right here. I like to call this one Jim.
Oh, hello, Jim. Thank you for pointing the way on the map. He
casts like a little, minor image spell, and it's like, well, hello there! But anyway, yes, it's fun to do. So... Anyhow, I guess at this point that's all I have. We don't really sell anything, so...
Well, I'm still not sure how to trade in these coupons, but I think we should collect some more. Let us go, my friends.
All right,
let's go.
You start to leave the village, and as you do, you see the villagers looking at you with admiration, thinking, yes, these are the people that will save us this time. Not like those wimpier adventurers that thought that they solved all the problems. No, forever this forest will be cleansed of bad stuff. Except that never happens, because this is Dungeons and Dragons. So but they're still giving you that look, and it feels good in the moment. So what I'm going to need for all of you to do is to pathfind. Someone will need to be the navigator and to see how fast you can travel.
My friends, I am used to traveling inside the wilderness of Cholt. Would you like me to guide the way?
I think that's an excellent idea, and I can assist you.
All these trees look the same to me. You can have it if you want.
I can start cutting trees so they look differently.
My friend Wujin, why don't you just hold what you got on that? Not that I am telling you what to do, because that would be untoward of me. But perhaps...
You're telling Woojin what to do.
No, I'm just merely suggesting that...
Okay.
Wait, so this is the Dungeon Master speaking. So you're arguing in the woods outside of the village, and the villagers kind of are now watching uncomfortably. Who's actually going to read this map and try to...
Awkward.
Harland will read the map.
All right, we'll need a survival check then, just to pathfind.
And Jugger will assist.
Excellent.
Just for bookkeeping, Dagnar would like to take one of those potions of healing.
All right, I really should be playing Curse of Strahd with all this thunder. So yeah, take a potion of healing. Hey, I have a question, just really quick, for the people that played with me last night. Did someone actually take the potion of healing that was a reward last night?
I don't know, I had to take off 30 minutes after. It was kind of my limit.
Right. Sorry about that. Anyway.
Nope. It's all good. But, no, I have no idea. I didn't see anything in the text about it when I reviewed it this morning, so... But, so I will go ahead and Harland will give himself Ubtau's guidance, and then I will go ahead and use advantage on the survival check thanks to Jugger.
Okay. I will, okay, there you go. You've got it. And yep, so you are able to keep everyone on course. The map makes sense to you. The little stick figures seem to assist, giving you comfort. Jim is showing you the way on the map with helpful diagrams. And it seems as though you are able to, find a clear path. You get to where you think that likely you would start finding evil cairn stones. Now, hold on, my cat is making an awful lot of noise. Oh, and she just jumped at the door. Hold on. Okay, there. Now she's just going to yell at me from in here. So this is much better. So, the trail opens up to a large clearing that is covered in this soft, grassy earth and dotted with a dozen trees throughout the space. There is a kind of an odor of rotten flesh, rotten plant life. I don't know if you've ever been to Northern California or Oregon, where everything is just mossy and rotting, but it's like that, but quite a bit more. And you notice that a lot of these trees, like in other areas you've seen, are, well, more so in this area, have this charred, viscous black sap flowing from the trees.
Might someone attempt a knowledge nature to figure out what on Earth is going on, or better yet, what in Faerun is going on?
Whoa.
If we have 10 minutes, I can detect poison and disease on these. I could do it as a ritual.
Sure, if you all want to take a break, you definitely can. As far as your character's taking a break. Let me, I'm setting up just an area here for ambiance. Thank you, Roll20, for your pro set map. Makes things a lot faster for me.
Woojin stands there picking nose.
So, yeah, I sit there and I mumble a few words, try and see what is infecting these trees.
Oops. Okay. And let me just take a look at that in one sec here. So many tokens. Okay.
See if that helps any. If that
We'll
does
see.
anything.
Yes, you can definitely tell that there is a. It is almost a mixture of poison and disease.
Okay.
So it is a necromantic energy that you detect in there, and you can sense that the source of it is very nearby. So you're not technically where you're standing right now. You guide the others forward, saying, "Wait, there's something over there," or whatever you might say. You can say it.
Sounds good to me. There's something over there.
And
There's something's over there.
And all of a sudden you realize that you are surrounded by these, not creatures, I'm not about to say you're surrounded by monsters, but you can see that to the side of one of the trees, there are figures that are swaying side to side, almost as if in some sort of dance. One of them is a dryad that is covered in this black sticky goo. You also notice now that she is standing in front of one of the stone cairns that was described to you, and there are many more in this area. Many of these rocks, we'll just assume, are these skull-shaped cairns. They notice you as soon as you notice them. Although I'll give anyone a chance to convince me why you might have stealthed if someone's like, hey, there might be something dangerous over there. But we'll see what happens.
I have disadvantage on stealth.
Good. So no one cares.
Yep, we're walking up.
All right. So yeah, you're like, hey, what's that? Oh, there's people dancing over there. And can I get our levels here? I didn't even look at the APL for this. Sorry, Brian, the writer who might be watching.
Dagnar is level 5.
Okay. So let's see. It is... Okay. It is 8. So... Oof. Yeah, we're just right on the money, basically. So we'll just go with average. That way we'll finish on time. And maybe I won't throw 2 waves of enemies at you at once like in the last game that most of you weren't there for. Okay. Good. So let me do a little reveal, but I also have to manipulate this a little bit. So there is a dryad standing back by this rock, which we will have be a giant skull. We will have you start rolling initiative. I've brought out the turn tracker, and we can establish the scene a little bit more in a moment. But this will kill some time while I do their initiative and grab some things.
Oh, we always forget to do this. There we go. Oh, sorry. I'm fine if you take that lower initiative. If I just didn't have myself clicked.
Okay, that's fine. I can modify it here in a moment.
You can actually modify your own if you just click on it and change it.
Oh, I knew that. Right, of course.
Well, no, I'm talking about the player.
No, I know. I was making a joke. That is what the player can do. I forget these things myself.
There you go.
Hey everyone. So my cat's name is Elvira. That's her talking in the background. Please understand that she gets sad when I'm gone at work, and then she gets mad when I start playing Dungeons and Dragons and she can't play. So, okay. There was something else Brian had written in here.
For some reason, I'm getting errors when trying to roll the initiative, even though I have my character selected.
Okay, let's see here. It might be.
Was bound for at Wu Jin, pipe W types.
Huh. Yeah. So it's definitely an issue with the macro that's probably built in there, which we can go in there and find the correct one and fix that. But for now, sometimes what I'll do is I'll toggle like initiative advantage or something like that and then untoggle it. But for you, what you can do is roll it and I'll get you in there. That's fine. Oh, buddy. All right.
I roll with advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then untoggle roll with advantage and retoggle it, and that might fix you up for next time. Cool. All right, so I've got everybody there. Let me do some baddies. Oh, don't you just... So who knows, just based on the token, what those big boys are up there?
Lovely trolls.
Yes.
Yes, but these ones are dripping this toxic looking ooze. They're just dripping with that black goo.
Someone blew some black snot on those trolls.
Indeed. Now I need just one more thing here from you all, because since we did have players complete part 1, there is something that this is that story moment that you get. So really the story moment just automatically tells you that the Dryad is bad, which I think is why we're rolling initiative. So good. I'm glad that we didn't ruin anything for you. So yeah, the players that have played that are kind of like, ooh, that's a bad Dryad. Good. Good. We did that correctly. All right, let's get this sorted, and I get the feeling you all will be very quick at beating the crap out of me. So, Aradrian.
Yep.
Much more Lord of the Rings sounding when I do it that way. Okay. Why don't you tell me what you're doing? You don't have to be this far away. I'll let you be as close as, you know, a movement speed if you want to be closer. It's up to you.
I'm going to back up here and take a couple shots at this one over here.
Okay. So, yeah, basically, thematically, these trolls turned around from their dance. They snarl at you, and an arrow comes flying at them. You had all rounded this bend, and that big black tree that I had actually put in there separately from this map is what was blocking them before. So you've kind of come around and turned a corner and see them all. You fire 2 arrows at, I believe you said this one. Both strike without any sort of issue. And you do quite a bit of damage. That's 20 damage by my count.
17.
I knew how to count. Don't tell me when I'm wrong.
Unless those were crits.
No, that was an advantage. This isn't a surprise round or anything like that. Those crits threw me off, y'all. This is my whole thing, is I have no idea what I'm doing. Remember that thing I told you about how I'm bad? Okay.
Oh, good, man.
Harlan, you see your friend skewer one of the corrupted-looking trolls, and that seems to make sense, because they do look quite evil, although that one seems to look offended now. What are you going to do?
Well, Harlan will look over and say, "Form of Zeloraptor." And he will use his bonus action to take the form of a Zeloraptor, and then he will charge, at least thematically, not the actual action charge. This one over here, and if you could, sir, when you get the opportunity, make me large-sized, I would appreciate it.
Oh, you got it. Did you need a raptor as well?
No, I've got the stats, I've got the attacks and everything.
Okay.
Set up.
I can always drag you out, you know, whatever from the monster manual.
Oh, it's not from the monster manual. It's from Beasts of the Jungle Rot.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So Harlan runs to here and then pounces upon this individual, first with his claw.
Now that's a big Harland, and that does hit, of course. However, when you rip into this troll, you notice that it, it starts to bleed all over you in kind of a weird Evil Dead, like cartoonish style. And oopsie, give me one more sec. There we go. You see this, so this blood just sprays right at you. It coats you and starts to burn into your skin, your dinosaur skin. You can keep attacking, but you might want to see, what that did before you do, I guess. So 8 damage to you from this spray of poisonous goo.
So you would call that poison damage?
I would call that poison damage because that's what it states here.
So unfortunately, it just sloughs off as one of my necklaces just allows me to be immune to the poison damage.
That's pretty dang cool. All right.
And then I will go ahead and offer him, since I was able to pounce on him, a strength saving throw.
Oops. Okay. So you... Oh gosh, okay, so you just kangaroo kick the troll. Let's see how strong a troll is. Oh, well, seeing as trolls aren't proficient in strength saving throws, or get any bonus of note, it falls on its butt. It's big old troll butt. And it is leaking that poison everywhere.
Then I will continue with the multi-attack bite.
Okay.
Then I will move away from him, which I can do without penalty due to my mobile feat.
Dang, that's a great combo. Tier 2, everyone. By the way, I don't run Tier 2 adventures very often, so like I said, you're probably gonna... I'm used to beating up small children, so you're probably gonna... Literally, I go to local game stores and teach kids to play mostly. But, okay, so Harlan, you move back. Everybody looks either impressed or bored or horrified. Probably any emotion. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is it's a troll's turn. And this troll is going to use its enormous long limbs to quickly advance upon... Ooh, let's see. I'm just making choices here. It would like to move towards, I guess, the dinosaur. It wants to keep that dinosaur pinned in. Okay. And, oh no, I've got my tokens. Oh, what have you done, Spencer, you horrible person? Hold on one moment here. Well, at least it split their initiative. Good. You're a good troll now. Better troll. Okay. Out of control troll begins to assault you with its big ol' arms. It starts flailing its arms wildly at you, splashing its blood all over you. And then it takes a big old bite out of your dinosaur neck. Look how good I did, everyone. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Oh, I'm so tough. Okay, so that troll is done. The Dryad gets to go now. The Dryad is going to look upon all of you, and she says, the ritual is completed. I think I'll have to go now, but I'll leave you with a parting gift. Well, this will be less thematic because she does have to move a little closer. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to ask the players this because it's me. Entangle is 60 or 30 foot range. It's not preloaded, and actually I can just look at the compendium, but making checks on stuff, it's bad.
It's a 90-foot range.
Oh, 90? Okay. She doesn't move at all. She just flicks her wrist and casts Entangle into the center of mass, right to the left square of Zora. And she begins to mosey on off. So she is, 15 feet further than she is currently positioned on the map. And everybody make a strength save that is within 20 feet of that point, which is everyone but Harland, I believe. So of this point right there.
So it's a 20-foot square.
Ah, it's not a 20-foot radius. So then it would be on top of Zora. Or, wait, below Zora. I can be tactical. Don't worry. You got to be patient with me. So right below Zora, then. So Jugger, you're fine. Even though you failed your save, and that would have been hilarious.
Well, skipping might have been easier.
Dagnar, you look like the only one who's in trouble here. Do I have a Woojin? Woojin, I just need you, and I think we're all done.
Yeah, for some reason on my character, whenever I click anything, it just gives me errors. No.
I see. Let's look at you really quickly here. Let me make sure. Okay, good. Your token's nice and okay. Let's try this. We're gonna toggle you into NPC mode. And then we're going to toggle you back out. Wait, did I just... Oh, it's okay. I've got more copies of you anyway. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
There, Woojin's for everyone. Just a moment. Edit. Hey, everybody watching, just know that this could be you someday. See how much fun it is? Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll archive this boy, and you've got this boy, and then we'll lash it to that token, which probably isn't the issue that was happening. There we go. Excellent. Good. Try it now with the new sheet that's out there. It's still happening. Something really bad happened to your character sheet in your other room. This was a whole different sheet.
Dun dun dun. Let's find out.
Is anybody a Roll20 whiz here? I'll give you a sheet access if you want.
That is impressive.
What's up?
I may just have to remake this character.
Okay.
Because whenever I click on anything, I'm getting errors.
Yeah, and I'm... Okay, so you can still see your character sheet normally, though?
Yeah, I can see character everything.
Okay.
But when I click on anything, I'm just getting a bunch of errors in the
It
chat.
worked for me!
Oh, it worked for you.
Yep.
Huh.
Try leaving the game and coming back in.
Yeah, he might need to reset Roll20.
Yeah, or at least refresh the page. Okay. Anyway, other than that, though, you succeeded! So we can keep moving through combat, because we got a lot to do here. There's 2 trolls to kill. So we have... I guess the Dryad's done. Dagnar, you are restrained. Jugger, it's your turn.
All right. Jugger will roar and let out a battle cry as he allows the crimson haze to go over his eyes, and storm clouds seem to almost gather ahead.
Uh-oh.
In fact, it sounds like he's over at your house, DM.
Oh, no.
Lightning seems to course from his body when he rages, and the troll needs to make a dex saving throw or take that big 2 lightning damage.
That is a big 2. All right, let me take a look here. No proficiency in any saves, but I made it. Why? Because I only want to take 1 damage.
That's right. My goodness.
But
well, then For his attack, then, he will swing his mighty greatsword charged with electricity, just thematically, of course,
Okay.
and swing it recklessly.
Good, go for it.
With the great weapon mastery. Kapow.
All right, do you have 2 attacks at this point? Or just are you multi-class?
Oh, yes, I do have another one.
Oh, why did I remind you? Okay, what's your reckless? So just 15, I believe, is good. Those are both good. And, hey, guess what? You both take 3 rounds of poison damage.
All right.
Oh, no. Harland, I'm so sorry. Your friend just splashed poison all over you.
It just flows right off me.
I forgot. I was so excited for this betrayal.
And I do 45 damage to this guy here.
Okay, well, I feel sad for my troll boys. Or troll girls. They're troll girls. All right.
That's true.
Jugger, are you done?
And I am done, sir.
All right, then my other troll, seeing as how it only took dinosaur damage, and everyone knows how trolls work, I'm going to regenerate a little bit. You see the black goo starting to form along its torso that got ripped open, starts to regrow flesh, and it is going to move. It's going to move carefully around Jugger, not to get a attack of opportunity, and it's actually going to dash into the entangle, standing right in front of all of you, and yes, that is it. It wants to be close to you. It likes you.
Oh, great.
So it's, yeah, I think the dash should, even though there's some difficult terrain kind of there, should be able to get right there. Let me just get it measured.
Just recall that he did have to stand up.
Oh, dang it. Never mind.
Yep.
All right, that changes everything. Why would I ever recall that? All right, then the other players are just in bigger trouble. And 15 feet. Right, hold on. The orcs are or not the orcs, the trolls are tactical. They know how to tactic. From its lowest square, it can still make it to Jugger. It would only be able to make it 15 feet and take an action, unless I wanted to dash, which I don't need to now. It is going to just assault Jugger, who is very poisoned. Oh, I did so good. Oh, I feel so bad. Everyone, I'm gonna kill someone. Okay. You also, if you are affected by poison, this particular attack, as you can see, does give you the poisoned condition until this troll's next turn. Okay, so.
Ah, yes.
Be sad. All right. Well, I'll mark you here in a second, but we got to keep moving. Woojin, do your thing. Kill some trolls.
Okay. Trying to navigate sheets.
Now you are going to have some difficult terrain, which I bet I can... Did I bring out any square things? Let's see. Yeah, just subtract, you know, like 15 squares.
What's the Dryad completely gone, or is she...
No, she's standing there, trying to get a well. She's still moving actively, trying to leave. Yeah.
Okay, so I just... How far is she?
She is 15 feet past the square that she's standing on. So 15 feet north of that square.
I'll dash up to the trolls then, and my turn.
Oof. All right. You're a hero.
Only 40 feet of movement.
Wait, are you a barbarian?
Yeah, 40 feet total.
Oh.
Barbarian.
Couldn't you make it
and
there?
it's difficult terrain.
Well, not all of it, just half of what you're moving through.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. So I will rage and start swinging.
Okay, sounds good. I was trying to find a nice, like, square spell symbol, but you just start hitting it. Go for it. I like the way you all fight trolls. It's very encouraging.
Ah,
I'll put it, don't worry.
I'm buried. Oh, there I am.
All right,
Ignore the radiant on the next attack.
okay. Yeah, it wasn't probably more than 3 squares you had to travel in difficult terrain. Great. So no radiant damage, but I did take 58 damage. It really, the troll is rocked. It looks as though it just got back from Burning Man, and it starts spraying just its goo all over in sadness and horror. Jugger and Woojin, you're both in the line of fire for poison. And that'll be 12 damage of blood just going all over the place. I don't even know how I would get... There has to be a way I would have gotten all of you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm thinking it back. But anyway, we're done with that. It is Dagmar's turn. Oh no, yes. Dagnar, you are restrained. I'm so sorry.
So I'm going to rage and try and break out of this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make your strength check with advantage. Oh, it's a strength saving throw. So yeah, go ahead and advantage that. Whoa, didn't need it. You blow right out of those vines, and I assume you just are going to kind of scoot along towards them, or are you just going to... You still have movement after all. Anyway. Okay, so are you moving, Dagnar? We got things to do. You have no idea how big that fight coming up is. No idea. Oh, speaking of which, while you're doing that, so did you if you're on the edge of the entangle, so you would probably only have to, sacrifice, exactly. I think you do have that much movement. Oh, good. You're standing next to my favorite troll. Anything else that you want to do? No? Okay.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Zora, it's your turn. We're finally at the end of the first round. Can you believe it, everyone?
Oh my goodness. So am I restrained too?
No, I think everybody did pretty well. This is a win.
I'm okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm okay being far away.
Okay.
Because I like my ranged attacks. I'm going to Guiding Bolt 2nd level that Dryad, I think.
The Dryad, okay. There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for her. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this doing the 2nd level. Okay. Otherwise I'll have to re-roll some dice, but... Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, good. Asks me. So, did I get her?
Get her indeed you did. That will definitely hit a puny little forest guardian. And you deal 12 damage, which to a puny little forest guardian is quite a lot. She falls forward a little bit and then continues to run, looking back, bleeding. This black goo is kind of lighting on fire on her body. Again, the radiant damage isn't more effective. I just think that looks cool. So, but she is angered, and you can see the hatred of vengeance in her eyes. Whatever, the hatred of vengeance. That sounds like a bad metal band. Aradrian, it's your turn.
All right, I'll take the extra movement to get out of there, run up to here, and I see the Dryad running away, so I'm going to take a couple shots as she flees.
Okay. That definitely hits. It does not quite take her down, but it goes right through her spine, and that second one hits as well, going through the back of her neck. And she falls to the ground, bleeding, again, more black, chunky, bloody goo everywhere. And she stops moving.
That's my turn.
All right. I'm just going to remove her from the map. I don't need her anymore. Arland, it's your turn. You've got dinosaur powers and poison immunity. Your friends don't.
All right. First things first, we'll go ahead and take a bite out of this gentleman next to me.
Okie dokie. It is going to take 17 damage, which seems to make it very uncomfortable. Oh, you know what? I gotta doing a little bit of calculating here. Perfect. And I'm just loving what's happening here. And you moved away, it looks like. Is that right?
Yes, then I will mobile away from him,
Okay.
and then I'm going to charge him again.
Okay. Poison spray at Jugger. 10 damage. Jugger, are you still alive?
I am actually unconscious now.
Okay. Way to go, everyone.
Oh.
Look what you did.
Oh, I should have cured him last time.
There is another claw attack at the troll. It is looking near the edge of death, and Jugger on the ground gets sprayed with more poison, taking some death-saving fails.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right.
No, I would have bonus action. I would have healed you last time. I didn't even think about it. Remind me, you guys.
Hey, I'm not here I'm here to make things dramatic for you.
Hey, Jugger, aren't you a half-orc?
Oh yes, actually, I would when I get reduced to 0.
And then you would go
bounce
down.
back up.
Nope, and then you would go down.
Then I would go down.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't feel bad about this then. Because I wouldn't have attacked the second time if I saw that he was down.
Yeah.
But so he just went down from that second one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace the bonus action attack that I get or let's see if I prone him. Then he gets to make a strength save.
Okay, I will do that. I like this. I was curious about these trolls, and then I realized how much poison just goes everywhere. It does make it. No, wait, it doesn't. Because you've got a 19 DC, apparently.
Yep.
Okay.
And so he's prone.
Okay.
Then I get a bonus action follow-up because I have a bonus action this turn. And I will use that to instead push him away.
Got it.
So it will be an opposed athletics check.
Okay. I think strength isn't at disadvantage when they're prone, I believe, but it still fails. So you push it into the river, what, 5 feet away?
Yeah, I just want to push him 5 feet. So actually I want him up and to the left, right there, away from my friend.
Okay.
Then I will kind of interpose myself between there.
Good.
And I would like to do an item interaction since Jugger's down right now and not a creature, and use my paw to kind of swipe him back if I could.
You can. Yeah, I'll let you move Jugger 5 feet like that. That's fine. Just especially since you're large sized, I figure with your movement you can kind of like you're kicking away a rock, you know?
Exactly. And end of turn.
Okay. So that troll that you just assaulted looks at you and it has anger in its eyes. It is going to move back this way, but now it's looking a little It's looking a little bit discouraged. What it's going to do is it is going to... Okay, so it is going to take its claw and it is going to cut itself. Okay, give me one more sec. No. We're gonna wait on that. Okay, so it is just gonna assault the dino. Boring. Oh, and look how bad I did. Oh, well, there's one. Since you are immune to poison damage, though, I don't know if that first one would hit a dinosaur, but...
My AC is 15 in this mode.
Cool. So there's your 14 damage. The troll is going to remain in position, slowly healing in front of your eyes. And it is Jugger's turn. Jugger, I guess you're down now, so sadly, bleed for me. Sadly. Okay. And then something absolutely awful happens. The next troll is going to look at the two of you that are standing there. It is knitting its wounds back together as if by sheer force of will. And it takes its claw and slices open its stomach. And it is going to, so that's the damage it does to itself. It is going to do, the two of you are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which two people?
Sorry, so that is going to be Woojin and Dagnar. And it will, so let me subtract that damage it took from it. Bummer. Okay, and let me dish out
And
that.
I just, in case you're doing damage, I am resistant to poison damage.
Okay, so you'll take half of this this damage regardless. Woojin made the save, so Woojin will also take half damage. I believe you still have the poisoned condition though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, okay. 4d8 and we'll have this. I did okay. So that's 12 damage to the two of you. Dagnar, you are poisoned for 1 minute. And that is the end of that turn, because it isn't part of its multi-attack, sadly. It is Woojin's turn.
Hey, Dagnar, you take 6.
Dagnar
I take 12.
Dagnar, you save because you have resistance.
Resistance gives you advantage?
Right,
I failed the save. I failed the save.
Dwarves have advantage on poison, saves against poison.
Oh, I should know this, but apparently I
That
didn't.
is correct. I forgot about that one. Thank you.
That's what I was trying to say. So, anyway.
I forget that all the time. I never played dwarves. So, they're not even in any of my games. We pointed out how racist I am against dwarves, and I try not to be. All right. Woojin, I assume you're slicing at the one in front of you, right?
Yup.
All right, the good news is that you kill it with the first hit. So I assume, seeing that you get sprayed with poison blood, you probably don't hit it the second time, because I'm not going to force you into that.
Woojin, kill, spray, move up, kill, spray, like Weed Whacker.
All right. And actually, your attack does fell the second one as well. So they both lie motionless on the ground.
Are they really dead?
They will be in a second.
Oops, ignore that third one. So Woojin, so Dagnar, you're going to take 10, and I guess you're going to have it. And then Woojin, you're taking 20. Harlan takes nothing. And there we go. Okay. And we're back to Dagnar, the dwarf that can't be poisoned very good.
Did I take damage earlier from the previous hit like that?
Which one? Jugger?
Or no, did Wu Jin take damage from a previous hit, or is it because I dropped them?
Yeah, it's just because you hit them. So there was one hit to each, right? So you take, unless I'm forgetting. I mean, there might have been another. I know you hit another one twice and would have gotten more from that, but yeah. This is
okay. I didn't include that one, so I'll apply that now.
Okay. Yeah, just look for after you attacked the last time, and I'm sure you'll find it. Okay. Dagnar, they're lying motionless on the ground.
So Dagnar's going to move over here. Would lighting a torch be a bonus or be an action or an item interaction?
It would be an item interaction. It isn't, yeah. So it is an action to, unless you're like some sort of burglar, thief, I mean.
So it's an action to light the torch?
Yes, but you can, utilize the torch, I think, as part of a movement action, because you're kind of just, I think you're just bending over with it.
Basically, yeah, what I want to do is I just want to light the torch and set both of them on fire.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you're just kind of pressing the torch or like up to their wounds, the wounds that were fatal. And it seems like you're kind of searing them. Okay. So it has this fire that is burning on it right now, and I think I'm going to call it there because Dagnar would just be pressing this torch to both of the trolls. I don't see any reason to go to Zora, Aradrian, Harland, all making it pretty clear that these trolls might get back up, so I think we're good. So, congratulations, you've solved my troll puzzle.
Well, Zora's going to go up to Jugger and try and help him out.
That's a good idea. You should do that before Jugger's turn. What are you doing?
Well, isn't he out? Isn't Jugger out?
Oh yeah, Jugger is down.
Is anybody else really hurt? Is it worth it for me to do my big prayer of healing, or should I just do?
Well, in 10 minutes, Jugger will maybe be either in a coma or dead.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I have a necklace of prayer beads, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Cure Wounds bead. So it's a second level Cure Wounds.
All right, you give a little smooch to your prayer bead, and it heals your friend.
And let's see what I get for him. Cure Wounds, second level. And sorry, it's only oh wait, no, it's both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 13. So there's 13.
Perfect. Well, at least you're up, and you can continue to consider how you're acting here, but it doesn't feel like you have much time. You look ahead at that cairn stone that is glowing, and off in the distance, now that the fight is over, you see that there are a number of cairn stones glowing off in the distance. You also notice a fallen soldier of some kind lying over here behind the tree. How's everyone doing? Yep. Anything you need from the Dungeon Master? Good?
Now, you said a fallen soldier. I just didn't see where.
Oh, it's kind of behind the tree. I forgot to make a token for it.
I guess seeing that my companions are up and mobile, Harland will go over in Dionychus form and investigate it.
In your dinosaur form? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in here for the next 4 hours, so might as well.
Sure.
Yes, you take a look. I'm gonna rest under this tree here.
Oh man, look at this cool flaming body. That's not what it looks like, but I thought it was hilarious. It's so funny. Anyway, so all of you approach, well, those of you that do approach this person, see him looking up, barely conscious. He's groaning and he says, are you an angel, big dinosaur?
Rawr. That means yes.
Oh, I feel as though you're agreeing with me. We have to stop them. They're activating these weird stones. The rest of my group, I fear they've been captured. They were going towards the flashing lights that are up ahead, and all of you kind of look and have indeed seen the flashing lights of the Cairn stones. If they've been captured, there's not much time. They're either being tortured or murdered at the hands of those evil creatures.
All right. Well, seeing that time is of the essence and that his companions are injured quite a lot, Harland will undinosaur himself, and then I'll go ahead and let's see. Jugger, what level were you?
Level 5.
And Wujin?
Level 9.
So I'm gonna guess that for a barbarian, 70 hit points isn't gonna do it, is it?
It would for me.
It would for me.
Okay. Well then, I'll go ahead and undinosaur, and I will again take the form of Harland, and I will say, my friends, I will summon the spirit of my grandfather, sitting in a rocking chair, smoking a giant pipe. If during your turn you would walk through my grandfather's spirit, but don't stop there, then use your action for once someone else has walked through it, after the end of your turn to walk through my grandfather's spirit again, then you may receive up to 20d6 worth of healing.
Ooh, conga dance. Wujin like conga dance.
Oh, yes, I like this. I learned this in half-orc school when I was young.
And do you really want them to roll 20d6, or are you okay with taking 70?
I'm fine with that. I know how this goes. Oh, hey, look at that.
It's almost like, the laws of central tendency are still in effect. And at your convenience, sir, if you could de-large me, I would appreciate it.
Right, I thought I already did. My bad. Oh, wait. And not Chuck. Okay. No one ever gets my references. I'm too old. It's fine.
Older than you?
Oh, never mind. All right. Well, goodbye, my grandson. I'm back to the place where spirits go, I guess, bro. Keep it tight. So anyway, all of you are watching these blinking Cairn stones. The ranger that lay there is looking chipper and energetic. That's some very, very good buddy. That's a good buddy right there.
Yeah, I'll run it over him a few times, just so he can.
Yeah, I figured.
Get a few.
Well, I thought you were just casting it over him, and everyone was doing the healing spirit dance, like over his body, like it was a hat dance. Okay. So to keep moving here, though, because it's already 1.5 hours in almost. I assume you're all traveling at a normal or fast pace. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you will need to
pass without a trace.
Ooh. Okay. So you will need to pathfind again, just to try to get there without any issues. I don't know if Harland. Do you get advantage? Are you a ranger of some kind, or I don't know.
No, I do not have any type of favored terrain, but what I will do is ask for Ubtau's blessing and guidance, and then look at Jugger to see if he will assist me once more.
Or I'll assist either one. I have a high survival.
Okay, so both of you are looking at the map again, looking at Jim, and Jim is, over to the left a little bit, and it looks as though you don't get lost. Honestly, there was probably a low chance of it without super fumbling, but you're able to make it there. Was it at a fast pace or at a normal pace?
we could just keep a normal pace, but we
Okay.
do have, after I cast the guidance on myself is complete, I will recast Pass Without Trace perpetually from my staff until we get there.
Got it. Okay. So you do arrive, before nightfall, which is always when bad things happen. And you are looking out and you see, what the signs of activity. These cairn stones are looking like they're way more clustered together at this point. The evil music starts playing. And as you close in on the pulsing, the most massive of the pulsing light, it looks like it's a radio tower almost, at the center of a clearing up ahead, another clearing much like this one. In fact, much like the one that people fought in yesterday. You see a 20-foot tall cairn of bone white stone. It stands pulsing with a green light matching the tempo of the chanting. The cairn is ringed by small figures. On top of the cairn stands a hooded figure, chanting with his arms raised overhead, blood dripping from a clenched fist. You see several Aarakocra bodies littering the ground in front of the cairn. They seem to be covered in a glistening black substance. There are 4 Aarakocra and 2 elves chained at the base of the cairn, writhing in pain, each with a pulse of light. Now, all of you are very well hidden. However, for thematic purposes, they're not going to see you. What instead happens is no one has beat part 3 of this, right? I have to ask this before this next part.
I have.
What? You have?
Yes, the player of Harland has.
Okay. Cool.
That's why I was in their one game yesterday.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So, you just a little less drama here at the moment, but essentially what happens is you see a figure standing within this green light, and as you're approaching, as you're getting within, within that kind of 100-foot radius that we kind of work within these maps, you hear a figure from the top of the cairn shout, "The ritual's almost complete. I'm going to bring up my wards," and you see this wall of fire raise around the cairn, as well as the light that he is kind of folding with his ritual shape around him to kind of coat him. You also notice that there are figures in the trees standing guard in front of the cairn. I'll give you a view right now. I believe everyone's tokens are tied to their character sheets, so I can let you position yourselves. Obviously, you're going to be more in the southern part. Because you had Pass Without Trace, nothing is hidden. You're able to see all of the figures up ahead. There is one obviously very close to the south, so you can choose to come in from the southwest, down here, the south, even the southeast, but those rocks are rocks. And the undead-looking beings traipsing around are traipsing. Does everything make sense so far?
Yes.
Good.
Considering we were probably following Harland, would we be coming from the southeast or southwest?
I guess southwest,
Okay. And what we'll do here is I don't normally do like full surprise rounds unless there's like a major tactical reason why, especially in open spaces. But what I do is I'll let one player go outside of initiative, you all kind of, and then basically initiative starts, and the players may still go before the enemies do. Would you like for me to group enemy initiative during this, or would you like for me to do it in a single turn? I'm
open either way. Your preference.
You get what I meant, but yeah. I'll do it separately, more for your benefit than for my own, just because it's a little less lethal if I decide to do some gang up. So, yeah, everyone can roll their initiative now, and then we can decide who gets the out-of-combat action.
I am not able to get my token on there for some reason.
Oh, who are you again?
Zora.
Zora? I don't know if I Maybe I didn't give you access to that token somehow. I don't know. You're there now, and you can can you move yourself?
Okay. Yeah.
Zora, weren't you the one that was dealing with Roll20's kind of tricky to work with drag mechanics?
Yes, a little bit, yeah. Alright, so let's initiative. Now I lost my character sheet.
Hey, you're living like I live every day I'm alive.
There we go.
Barely functioning while trying to roleplay. Okay, no, I'm kidding. There's no way you could be as bad as me.
Good, at least my initiative was a little better this time.
Oh, my slow fellows. All right, looks like we're pretty much done. Looks like the players did fairly well. Harland, you did not do well. I mean, talk amongst yourselves like how you would strategize to try to have a spell or an effect or something that would give you advantage in this fight.
Let's see.
Does anyone have an area of effect?
Axe, and Woojin could charge in and beat them with the big axe.
I have Magic Circle, Spirit Guardians, which will just be around me. And those are my...
Okay.
Jugga has a spell called Magic Sword, and he just hits stuff with it.
So you all are kind of just regular combat people. So no one wants to volunteer. I mean, the only thing I would say as a player occasionally is Harland and Jugger are at the bottom of the initiative. Although we know that Harland has some good abilities that have been used, so those resources are lower. So I don't know, whoever wants to do what.
I'll perfectly volunteer to go, Harland.
Okay. Sure, then Jugger will just be sitting there while hundreds of undead swarm you. Good. Go ahead, Harland.
Go ahead. All right, Harland will look up, seeing this wall of fire go up, and say, I think I've got just the thing for this, guys. And he will say, form of Quetzalcoatlus. And if you could make me huge.
Oh, gee, okay.
That's gargantuan, but...
We ride big giant thing.
And then, I'm going to try to bring him to you. So, I am going to use my improved 90 feet of movement speed.
Okay.
Just for counting sanity. That's so I take flight, and that gets me 60 to there.
Okay.
I'm flying over the wall.
Okay.
And I'm going to come down, and this is the individual that looks like they're in charge.
It does look like they're in charge. It is somebody who is casting, this ritual here.
Excellent. Then I'm going to offer them a opposed athletics check as I attempt to grapple with my Quetzalcoatlus claws.
Now that energy that's surrounding them, the blue energy, I guess it was green in the description. It is a dome that you can see is surrounding them. So unlike the wall of fire, which is just it's a 10-foot wall that you're kind of, or I guess, is it a 20-foot wall? Here, well, look. It is a 10-foot high wall, which you're easily flying over. Nope, 20 feet high. But that is a bubble that is surrounding this individual.
Okay, so it's a bubble that is made of force, not letting me go inside of it?
Yeah, it is literally a wall of force.
Alrighty then. well, I look back and I kind of do a roar squawk at the party and apologize. Then I will go ahead and instead of doing that, I will just peck on that bird person right there because they look like they're in league with this individual. Yes.
That is a body that is shackled to the side of this cairn.
Oh, so all right. I guess I missed that complete description of them being shackled.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, I probably didn't give it. That was my bad. I think you would have, I mean, I know that the wall of fire is pretty opaque, but being that huge, you would have easily seen over it. And yeah, especially at that point, you would have seen that they are shackled.
All right.
Hey,
then,
Harlan, for your pass without trace, do you think getting basically a free turn for yourself was enough of a reward? I want to make sure you're feeling satisfied with burning that spell. Or I guess you were using the staff, but...
Yeah, the staff makes it perpetual, so that's fine. No, I'm just, I guess I didn't understand, so now I am very sad about taking this. So I will just finish up my movement
and
take a peck attack on this individual from about 10 feet up.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is no one really, you identified the wall of fire. I think that the other thing, I did kind of describe him being surrounded by another field, but I don't know how clear I was about that. So
I'm a big fan of NPCs being able to concentrate on 2 spells. But there you go.
Hey, I didn't write this adventure. So
it's all good. It's all good. But so there you go. I'll use I think that's all but my last 5 feet of movement to get to him. 10 feet reach. I peck on that guy with an 18. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, definitely. An 18 will hit this one to the south with your reach. Is that right?
So yeah, he takes all 33 points of that piercing magical damage.
Okay, that will definitely hurt this creature quite a bit. Go ahead, keep going.
And then I will fly another 10 feet up so that my they've got to reach up 10 feet to be able to smack me.
Indeed.
End of turn.
We'll keep moving through this.
Yeah.
Dagnar, it's your turn.
You skipped the Rodrin.
No, did I? Oh, I did. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, this is how things go when you're playing with me. Aradrian, it's your turn.
And I think you forgot to roll initiative for this wraith.
How dare I? All right. Everything's good. All right. Perfect. We're good now. Everybody's in the fight. All right.
I'm going to take 2 shots at the one that
Harlan
did.
Let's see what happens. So you're shooting from your current position. You won't worry about cover because if anything, you just move a little, which maybe you should just for the sake of. Okay, that first one doesn't quite fell it, but the second one does. You shoot each side of its chest, and it falls to the ground, having never even gotten the glory of battle. One last fight. It just dies, sadly. Anything else you'd like to do? Or Adrian?
Also.
Okay, excellent. Dagnar, it's now your turn.
So Dagnar is going to first rage with a bonus action.
Okay.
Then I'm going to run up to this guy and take 2 swings with my silver longsword.
Ooh, goody. Normally this creature thinking to itself, man, weapon attacks, I'm not scared of, silver. The silver seems to cut through its flesh. It sizzles as it strikes through it, although that third attack does miss. 22 damage.
The third attack didn't actually happen.
Oh, good to know.
And that doesn't include my rage bonus either, so that's another 22.
Beautiful. I will add that 4 in when Roll20 stops freezing, but let's continue. We're going to move on, or not. There we go. We're going to move... Whoa, look at all those spammed attacks that accidentally went off. This thing back here is going to move up to get a better view. Actually, well, I guess it would make sense to attack the biggest threat, literally. It is going to fire an energy attack up at Harland, Big Harland. It shoots necrotic damage towards you, Harland. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Okay, excellent. The next one is going to move into position to contain Giant Harland, and is also going to fire that necrotic energy up towards you. Woojin, it's your turn.
Woojin, rage!
Oh no. Oh no, not my boy. Okay, that definitely destroys the life of this this individual here. You cleave it in half with your... Is that a great axe? Probably.
Yes.
And you move onwards. It dies. It's just falling over. Oh gosh, I'm dead. The one that just fired a bolt of energy, you missed hitting it before it could do so, but you're here now. I assume there's another... Oh, yep, there's more pain coming my way. You easily hit it before it can dodge out of the way, crushing your axe into its ribs, snapping pretty much all of them ribs. Like we're at Famous Dave's right now. It just... Oh, it's a horror show, but it's still alive. Zora, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see. How far am I? Okay, I'm going to just move up a little bit here.
Okay.
I am going to bonus action my spiritual weapon, which I totally forgot about.
Okay.
The last thing. And put it... Oh, I should have a token for spiritual weapon. And I'm going to put it on that guy right there.
Okay.
So, take spiritual weapon. Where are you?
Ooh, yeah. That 12 doesn't hit though. I liked the damage, but it was not a hit.
Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and Sacred Flame that same one.
Okay.
So DC 15.
Got it.
For Dex.
Excellent. I will make that save now. I was looking at something, realizing that I didn't even have their AC correct on there, so I will update this sheet. It's barely different.
So they fail.
Yes, they do fail indeed. I will take that 9 damage. Let me see here. Do I have... Okay, it takes the damage normally. It seems very unhappy with the light. It's very happy that it's kind of the gloomy early evening. And you've ruined its fun time out here in the woods. Okay, we're gonna do a big round of whites and then we're back to Harlan. This one does not like you beating up its friend. It moves forward and is going to reach out its hand and grab you, Harlan. You feel your life being drained away. And it is going to then pull a... sorry, the way that these were statted out was weird. So it shoots you on its way over casually. I don't think a 14 hits you though. Unless you're one of those barbarians.
15's the AC for Woojin.
Okay, so
and
you...
It has advantage on Woojin, so it would hit.
Oh, wow.
That has advantage.
Okay. So it does hit you for 7 more necrotic damage. You are getting necrotized. You did save, though. You do not have your hit points reduced. You'll just take the damage. Okay, keep burning through whites. Oh, is that the one all the way up there? You sad thing. Okay. It is going to fire up at Harland. It fails at firing up at Harland. Another one is going to step forward and fire up at Harland, making it easy on us. No, it shoots the sun. Harland, it's your turn.
Harland will fly up to there, attacking this one with a don't provoke because I've got flyby, and dive bombing this gentleman right here.
Okay. I want to see this. I feel like this is gonna. You're just. Oh. Okay. And then
I will fly back up and end of turn.
All right. You'd cannonball down, leaving a crater in the earth, but it's it wasn't directly on top of the white.
And I'll use a bonus action to heal myself a little bit with spinning a. We'll go with a second level spell slot.
Sounds good. You notice the 2 creatures that have been chittering behind the rock start to stir as we're nearing the end of the combat, the round, which is when they get to go. One of them is going to move at a very slow speed, just start to clamber over. Oh gosh, can I? Oh, buddy. Okay, it stands behind the other 2 monsters in front of Woojin, gnashing its gigantic teeth. The other one is going to run forward. Okay, and it is going to move. It is going to move fairly close. Stand menacingly in front of Zora, blocking her path. Jugger, it's your turn, and that will be the end of the first round. Jugger, you notice that the wall of fire is, slowly but surely starting to dissipate. This will not be a permanent effect, it appears, but it is still in full force around the cairn.
Well, Jugger will let out a roar as he feels the tempest take over him, and he'll use his bonus action to rage, and he'll charge up near the enemy.
Okay. Jugger, go ahead and do so. Yeah, you move through that big tree, but, around it, sort of. And then you...
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I figured the tree, the trunk is in the middle, so I'm kind of moving around the periphery.
Right.
And then, when I get to about there, let's see. I will all of a sudden see Jugger's body rippling with electricity. He will pull out his javelin, which forms into a lightning bolt that he hurls at the white.
Okay. You hurl a lightning bolt, just getting both of them? Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah. Nice. That does not hit. It bounces off of a magical, almost like a magic armor that a mage would make that is surrounding its body.
Okie dokie. The white and the other guy in between me and the white in the back have to make a dex saving throw, or else take 16 lightning.
Okay, so both other creatures? Or...
Yes, sir.
Okay. They fail?
It is DC 13.
Okay, they fail.
Okay, they both take 16 lightning, sir.
All right, that's a lot of lightning. Well, it's
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Aradrian, why don't you take your turn while I start subtracting large amounts of damage from these creatures? Oh, I did it again.
And I am done, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Would the 16 be enough to kill this one?
A 16 would be enough to Wait, oh, the one that would that one also take 16? Because that was the one that was getting shot at, I thought.
No, I was aiming for the one in the back.
Ah, I see. Then, yes,
And
it
so
is enough
the lightning
to kill
bolt
that
hits
one.
anyone between you and your target.
Yes, that one explodes like it was put through a microwave. I'm full of similes today. The
Nice.
other...
Feel the power of Tumberly.
Ooh, oh, my favorite god. Okay, so that's done. Radrian, what are you doing?
On the white, in front of Ujin.
Okay. Rad Ryan, the raddest of Ryans, fires his bow twice towards the white. You know, I might have been a little bit off on the damage you did last time, but it was probably near enough. Are you using, would you be happen to using silver arrows or a magical bow for no reason at all?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, it happens to all of us. So it is going to take a little skosh of damage here, but it still seems to, you know, arrows going into your body hurt most things, unless you're from hell or whatever. So it does take damage. Dagnar, why don't you take your turn while I get roll 20 to work with me here. Wonderful. You move towards the white with dwarvy speed.
Dwarven barbarian speed, yes.
No, I know, I was just... You flick your longsword out, knowing that it's fairly effective against these things. The first attack hits, the second one bounces off of the field surrounding it.
And I updated it so that 8 does include the rage bonus.
Oh, good job. That third attack isn't there though, right?
The third attack does not do anything.
Okay.
I think my push to talk is interfering.
The white moves forward, well, it stands where it is, and it reaches out and touches Dagnar. We've revealed the type of creature multiple times. It caresses itself instead. Wujin, it's your turn.
For the glory of Gloom, hacky hacky.
Ooh.
Slash.
Dagnar, one more thing. Sorry, you get hit with a sword. And then you slash the monster. Oh my gosh. Okay, is this a magical... It probably doesn't... Well, it does matter. Is this a magical weapon?
Magical slashing.
Oh, it says it right there. What do you know? All right. Thank you all for bearing with your challenge, Dungeon Master. You cut into its guts. It's still standing, but it's one of those things where it looks like it could fall in half at any moment. It's still alive.
Still alive?
Yep, still alive.
We'll fix that.
Oh my goodness. What a almost wasted opportunity. You paste it. It no longer exists. Its molecules are split in half. Is that a third attack? Are you frenzying?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great weapon master.
Oh right, you cleave through it. I think you might be missing a crit die, but it doesn't matter. It had 7 hit points left. And you try to hit this little thing. Let me... Come here, sheet. What the sheet?
Does a 25 hit?
I'm trying to... Oh, it's a 25, right. Then yes, that will definitely hit. I can't imagine it wouldn't. Okay. I will take that 28 damage and we'll move on to Zora while I get my bearings here.
Okay, so I think my spiritual weapon was around here, so I'd like to move it up to that guy.
It floats onwards. Spooky.
And so I will try that guy.
Oh, what is
that goes?
Yeah, what does your spiritual weapon look, taste, and smell like?
Oh, it's like it's kind of like a big, like a mace, but the end is like a big sun. Lathander is my my gods, my deity. So
it's a good
it's
god.
like a big, yeah.
All right, so it takes that 14 damage, and then you still got way more stuff you can do.
And then I'm just gonna do a guiding bolt on that guy.
Oh, the one standing in front of you? It's like, hey, what?
Oh, this guy. Oh, that guy's still right there. Yeah, I'll go for that guy because I don't know which one's better, but let's.
You can do whatever you want. This is a game of imagination. All right, which one?
Well,
this one?
Thinking, like, he's close. No, I'm just gonna come up and hit him with my mace. It's silvered.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna move on up and whack him.
All right. This fairy creature doesn't care about your silver, but instead it grumbles at you and takes the 3 damage that you deal out. It is, let me actually get this tracker going. All right, it's some white's turns. White, oh, my far off white that's shooting at that poor gigantic being in the distance is going to fire another bolt of energy from the Netherverse. And my goodness, wouldn't you know it? I did a Spencer and totally forgot they get 2 attacks. Harland, you're gonna get shot at more.
Where is Harland?
Harland is
He's
up
way
there.
at the top.
It's a big,
He's way up there. Okay.
big gigantic Jesus.
Yeah, he's just hiding on my screen because I didn't have it up that high.
I mean, Harland doesn't look like Jesus anymore, but you know.
Sounds like he was smoking with Jesus, though.
And then Harland, it's your turn to retaliate against the shooters, or whatever you want to do.
All right, we'll go ahead and I'll pull up a little bit and then dive bomb back on this individual.
Okay, you zoom forward. 20 will definitely hit this poor innocent undead monster.
So he'll be taking the 32 since I was able to get the dive in on him.
And this is magical punching damage. Got it.
Well, yeah, it's magical. What's it called? Well, it's magical from 2 sources, but anyway.
Got it. Wow.
And I'll pull up and come out here and just kind of get on station, kind of honing in on, or I guess the other guy's not dropped yet, so
not quite.
My turn.
All right, I like it. The 2 little fairy creatures, they give each other a significant look. The one in front of Zora doesn't feel as threatened by Zora, so it's actually going to move back about 10 feet, so you can swipe at it if you'd like. And it is going to charge forward.
Whoa, sorry. I can swipe at it? Is that what you said?
Or you can you can take some sort of attack action. It did very badly. Wait, there's no attack bonus. What the heck? Okay. That's a total of 18. My bad, y'all. So that was an 18 to try to hit you instead of a 12.
Hit me.
Okay. You will take that 17 bludgeoning damage. It will take your 5 damage, and then you'll need to make a dex save.
No.
Oh.
I have my AC is 19.
Oh, right. I remember seeing that. It's also right there where you wrote it. So that's very good. The other white is going to, or the other red cap is going to try less shenanigans. I gotta take that 5. Okay. The red cap pulls the giant scythe from its back, and it starts to swing towards your guts, which would be Woojin's guts. Woojin, I believe you said you had a 15 AC, and it says it right there.
Correct.
15.
So 15 damage to Woojin?
Yes. Zora, you need to switch rooms only because this is so bad. I'm sorry, it's so bad for you.
No. My son wants to watch Critical.
Oh, it is a better game than this. Yes.
And so I just have to. I have to move into another room in my house.
Okay. This is why I never stream on Thursdays. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Jugger. It's your turn.
Okay, Jugger will reposition a little bit. And he says, "You can't escape Umberly's wrath that easily." And he'll pull out a second
Close those
javelin
doors.
of lightning
Oh no.
and huck it at this red cap next to Woojin.
2 javelins of lightning. Okay, do it up.
Alright.
That will actually hit. Well, wait, you're recklessing. I see that now. So yes.
You know what? I just realized you can't reckless on a ranged.
Any strength roll. Does it say melee only? I thought it was any strength-based attack.
Oh, if you're good with it, I'm good with it, sir. I am
That's just
recklessly throwing it.
That's what I recall. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, that does good. You do hit. So it takes that damage, and the other one makes a save, right?
Yep, 6 piercing and 15 lightning for the red cap next to Woojin, and then DC 13 dex save for the one next to Zora.
All right. Well, I'll tell you how this all goes once I know. Okay. And the other one takes how much?
15 lightning.
Okay. So the one off in the distance, you're basically throwing this lightning bolt like Zeus himself. The other one pops open like a popcorn kernel and falls at the feet of Woojin. And then the other one just appears to be, definitely mostly dead. It is singed and Zora can smell the bubbling flesh. But now we're back to Aradrin, unless you're doing any more movement, Jugger.
My last, a coursing bit of electricity jumps out from Jugger to shock the one next to Zora.
Oh, what an insult to injury. Okay, well it takes that one, and it will just deal with it. Go ahead, Aradrian.
Can I see this one down here from where I am?
Let's see. Yes, you can. I mean, I get the feeling you'd be able to reposition under that tree enough to do so if you had to, and then move back or whatever. Depends on how much you're moving this turn.
Not too much.
Okay. So, yeah, you kind of get a view around the tree. I'm not going to give it half cover, and even if I did, you'd still hit. So who cares? 20 damage to it. The first attack does murder it. So I assume you're probably switching targets. Is that right?
Yep. Well, then I wouldn't have moved. Hold on. I was here.
Okay.
So yeah, I would have redirected it to this one.
Yeah, I would assume so. All right, I'll take 12 on that one. As established, your arrows are not white slaying arrows, the special kind you buy from that shady guy. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Dagnar, take it to Pound Town. Wait, no, don't do that.
Multiple interpretations.
All right, you slice into it.
Yeah, those are reckless, not that it matters.
Okay, that definitely is going to hit both times. You are silvered. 23 damage will fell this way. Now, I have a secret to reveal to all of you right now. Just like the last game that I described to you, this module at this point would start a second wave. But we're already 2 hours in, so we're going to cheat while being publicly broadcast and recorded. Because I do want you all to be able to end on time. I hope you are all fair with that. Or fine with that, I mean to say.
Sure.
Okay. As the other issues within this battle, the apocalyptic sense is not there, but there is still the spellcaster in the center of the wall. There are still some more whites to contend with, so we're going to let everyone finish their turns. I'm just trying to make sure you understand now that we're at 2 hours where we're at. Woojin, it's your turn. You're kind of far away from everything now.
Woojin's gonna try and run into the wall.
Into the wall. Okay. You run towards the wall so far. Can you make it into the wall. Okay, this is very good. This is something we all wanted to see.
And Woojin still has movement. Is he able to go through the wall?
You could. I mean, if you have at least 5 more feet than where you're standing, yes.
10 more feet.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see.
Should Woojin try and jump?
Can you jump over 10 feet? Or it's 20 feet high. There's no way.
Oh, is there stairs?
There are stairs, yeah, so you're standing next to them and can easily kind of get onto them afterwards. And you're standing in front of that wall of force.
Oh, okay, so I get to the wall of force, and I'll just start wailing on the wall of force to try and scare her.
Okay. She does appear afraid. Make an intimidation check.
Charisma-based or strength-based intimidation?
Make a... I mean, I hardly ever use strength-based, but I get where it's coming. If you're hitting a wall, then yeah, make strength-based. Oh.
Okay, if it's strength-based, then add, like...
Can't be more than, like, 2, right?
8 more. Well, my charisma is -1, my strength is +9, so yeah.
Okay, so... so you're doing good. You're doing well. Okay.
Yeah.
So she looks at you in terror, and the top of the wall of force starts to loosen up. There's a hole in that wall of force. For how long, you don't know, but it's at the very top of it, and you're out of movement for now.
Yep.
Zora, it is your turn. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Did you say you had more movement, Woojin, or no?
No, 40 feet's the movement.
Okay. All right, Zora.
Done.
Okay. We're back down to you, little one, all the way in the south. Unless you ran away from me.
Oh, how much damage rang through the wall of fire?
Oh, I rolled it there. 18 fire damage.
So was it Zora's turn?
It is Zora's turn. Sorry, Zora...
I'm sorry. I was muted for a sec. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm like, I'm talking, and they're like, oh wait, no one's hearing me. When he was hitting the force stone, did you say that weakened it when he hit it?
Yeah, the top of the wall of force is now... it looks as though... I mean, you can kind of see it because it's translucent. Or maybe the orc just screamed, "It's weakening!" Something like that. We'll just say that you know. Because
okay,
this
well,
is
I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon to the dome and hit it with the spiritual weapon.
Okay. Why don't you also make an intimidation check?
Oh, okay. That one. That's also, I have a 0 charisma, but we'll try that.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's a natural.
So the hole stays about a 5-foot wide hole. The two whites are going to continue to assault Harlan, trying to prevent Harlan from doing something very mean.
I still have more.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And then,
but there's more.
And then I guess, because that was just my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon.
Right. Yeah.
Hit that.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to, I guess, dash up that way, and that'll be it. I'll just move because I think that's as far as all I can do. I can't attack anything.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So, I will dash up towards this wall. Here, I'll be over here. There we go.
Oh, there you go. You teleported. No, you just dashed. Okay. You're standing in front of the wall of fire. The wall does hurt you if you stand that close, and you would be able to know before you just wander right into it.
And then I'll back up a little bit.
Almost being within 10 feet of it hurts. Yeah, you're it's toasty right there, but you're okay.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Aradrian. I guess I didn't even realize how close you were. But you're fine. You're not gonna run into a wall of fire like a barbarian. So it is the whites are gonna shoot their 4 bolts like boring whites. That's it. 1 hit. Yay me. Unless a 12 hits a giant creature.
It just barely misses.
Okay. And then Harland, it's your turn.
All right. So Harlan's getting tired of these guys, so he's gonna flap himself down 20 feet to get within range of this guy, and I'm going to offer him an opposed athletics check as I try to grab him with my beak.
Don't I have disadvantage because of the size difference?
Not unless you want to rule it that way.
I just forget, that's all. So if not, then yeah, you still beat me senseless with that.
So then I'm going to fly up 70 feet with this individual.
Okay.
And I am then going to drop him right there into the fire.
Oh, I love it.
Would you like me to roll this? Would you like me to roll the 70-10's falling damage?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll that for me? No one's immune to falling damage, and with that, it really did quite a number on it, but it's still alive somehow. It wishes it weren't. It's just kind of barely hanging on. Now it's sitting in the fire, somewhere around there. Jugger, it's your turn.
I'll use a bonus action at the end of my turn.
Sorry.
So I heal a little bit end of turn.
Right. Sorry about that, Harland. I forget about everyone's to ask. Jugger, go ahead. Now you can go.
Sure. Okay. Jugger is going to rush forward to join his companions.
Okay.
Using his full 40 movement to get there, he will then throw a regular javelin at this guy sitting in the wall.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the javelin kind of like lights on fire as you're throwing it, but it doesn't really do anything other than look cool. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Okay, a 15 will hit, and then what's the damage on this? It's gotta be... 7. Okay, yeah, I mean, even though it's sitting in the middle of a fire, I'm just gonna go with the rules on this one. It's doing fine, because well, no, I'm not gonna cheat. Let's just do this. Aradrian, can you do anything from your vantage point? Yeah. Are you just...
what?
Well, it's your turn, I should say.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna reposition and make a couple more ineffectual shots.
Okay. Hey, you know what? We all have to make an effectual shot sometimes. And that first shot, well, no, the first shot wouldn't kill it, but that second shot, it doesn't... Yeah, dang it. Why couldn't you hit the second time? You let me down.
I'm sorry.
Dagnar, it's your turn. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Aradrian, did you have another thing?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Then Dagnar, yes, you can go.
So I'm gonna move, just kind of moving around, staying out. And take 2 swings at this guy with my silver longsword. Both reckless.
That is going to destroy that white with the very first swing. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Because that was a 13. I'm such a failure. No, it's still alive because life is pain. And it's removed from the initiative, so it will act with the other one since they were right next to each other. Anything else, Dagnar?
That's my turn.
All right.
Nope.
Turns are good. We're gonna move on to Wu Jin. Wu Jin, you're inside the bubble.
So, can I get right next to her now?
It is 10 feet high to get up there, so we'll need you to... How high can you jump?
My strength is 29.
Okay.
So, what's the jump rules again?
The jump rules is it's going to be, what is it? It's half of your total strength score or something like that. We'll look. Because why not? This is a learning opportunity. Jump.
3 plus strength modifier.
Your
so
modifier, okay.
If I move at least 10 feet.
You are inside of the damaging side of the wall, so you're not getting hurt right now. So, do you have anything else with you? Do you have anything that could help you?
Oh, I grabbed the cloak of the bat and used that to fly.
What the heck? You have that?
Yeah, but jumping in's much cooler. You know what? Is the hole right above her?
Yeah, it's right above her.
Okay, I'm gonna fly like 30 feet in the air. Nah, make it hot. Yeah, make it like 30 feet in the air, and then I'm just gonna dive bomb her.
Yeah, you're just falling. You're free falling in. All right. So make, because that you're not dashing. So what you're gonna do is roll an attack roll, and then how high up are you?
Well, I probably want to stand up afterwards. Yeah, I'll go about 20 feet up and then fall 20 feet in.
So roll your attack roll.
So fly up and then fall in.
And then you're gonna do an extra 2d6 for being a giant orc falling on top of her. Okay, well the attack itself is greatly successful. And because, let me just double check, because there was something I was wondering the whole time I was reading this adventure. Okay, I swear that if the writer that I know personally ever watches this, because they want me to give these to them, I do not see the druid stats in here, so I used the standard druid, which is a wimpy little thing. So if you're attacking lethally, you're definitely killing this druid. And the field and the wall of fire stop, not because it's casting these spells, but because the power of the cairn that it was infusing with its non-statted ability to do so drops, and the spells have ended. The wights that are almost dead don't necessarily surrender, but Zora, you're right here. So can you free us from this prison?
Wujin's not done. He'll stand up and like chuck his great axe at the wight.
Okay. I forgot that you have so much cool ability. Yeah, so you kind of drop your axe and throw. Go ahead and do that.
I'm guessing this would be somewhat improvised since I'm chucking a great axe.
Oh, you're chucking your great... Yeah, you'll have, what is that, disadvantage? Yeah. No. Well, you'll have no proficiency bonus, I know that. Whatever the other effects are. Well, just do it, and let's see what happens. All right. 14 is not going to hit. Let's just give Zora a chance to do the... Zora, be a hero.
Well, let's see. I'll move my spiritual weapon to that guy.
Okay.
And try and hit him.
Okay. Just don't miss, and you'll probably be fine.
Okay, so that's spiritual weapon. Well,
yes, yes. Which the one in the fire dies, I guess, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to guiding bolt that other one that's further away.
All right, Kamehameha, go.
And where are you? We'll do it second. Why not? Oh, bummer. That
okay.
won't work.
Harlan, can you crush that little thing over there for me? Can you do me a favor? Thanks. That does hit. You bite its head off. Yep. It had 2 hit points.
Yeah, go.
You ate this evil creature. So the fight is over. Did everybody feel like they got to do something impressive during this fight?
Huzzah!
Good.
Huzzah!
That's what's important. All right. So at this point, we're going to start outroing. I want to apologize for going over again. This adventure is very good. Everybody should buy it. There's a lot more to it, specifically when the Earth mode comes in and, you know, makes things more difficult for you. But there just wasn't enough to throw at you to have the Cairns summon more whites in the time that we had. So there is not an outro that's pre-written. So let's talk about what happens. You free the prisoners, I assume, because you're heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You see the undead bodies of Aarakocra everywhere. And as you explore the rest of the forest, you see that this is a major concern. As if somehow other adventurers may have to find out what has been happening to them. The Aarakocra at the cairn don't know. They do know that corruption has been plaguing them in their home, which is a flying earth mote in the sky. Although if a player that had played that adventure before had been there, it might be a little bit less concerning. But in this case, does anyone have anything they'd like to say or do before we close out our adventure? Oh, okay. I see how it is. Well, apparently you all end
Okay,
with...
Wujin back now. Now we continue with ceremony.
Well, unless I can remove a curse, I don't know. If there's any curses to remove.
Yeah, you freed the hunters, you freed the Aarakocra. You go back to Ilurin. Ilurin rewards you as he said he would with his IOUs, and the recipe to make your own Heward's Handy Haversack, which I was told in the last game that dropping the description in there can make a difference in case there's a special flavor to this one. I don't know if there is. I don't remember what the original description is, but there we go. This haversack has a few limitations. No, that's the same with any extra dimensional backpack. Oh, well-worn but supple leather. Yeah, because you're making it fresh, right? And it's going to seem very old. Oh, yeah, let's go back to the title screen. Let me just do something here real quick. Thank you. And I think the haversack is actually a great unlock because I don't think I've ever seen that as a reward in anything but a hardcover. So it is actually kind of nice in case you want that at some point.
Bag of Holdings on the Evergreen unlock list now, though.
Yeah, that is true.
As is portable hole.
But what if, then you can put the portable hole inside your haversack and you're good to go.
Which is going to be every epic battle from here on out.
Yeah.
Just running up and having your simulacrum go toss it right at their feet.
Exactly.
Can you post
Anyway,
the
it's right there on the main screen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can type it in there, but that's why I disabled chat on stream.
Ah, okay.
Night all.
Good night. Thank you for staying a little late. I ended a little bit earlier this time. Whoopsie. Yeah, it was good playing with you all. Do you have anybody who's not on a timetable have any feedback for me while I'm here? I don't play with strangers as often anymore.
Let's see.
Probably just
Thank you for
prepping
running.
more.
Nice to go. It was fun.
Yeah. All right.
You're good, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was fun.
it's definitely fun.
Good. Well, have a good one, guys.
All right, thank you.
Before you go, do you have a link to somewhere where we can play more of these outside of this convention?
Well, that's a great question.
Like just general Roll20 online community?
Oh, yeah, I do actually. Let me post the one that I started with here. Hold on.
Yeah, because my typical AL stuff, something else been scheduled in front of it.
I see, I see. Yeah, let me, I'm going to post it on this table here. Here's the one that that is not, well, it might be. I don't know, I've noticed it's been masking them lately, so see if that link works, and then I'll grab another one. Oh yeah, it does hide these.
Looks like just the basic
oh, it's just the basic, okay.
webpage.
I wonder what the heck. Okay, let me try something here. Yeah, and anybody who is leaving, feel free to leave. Use copy button. Copy. All right, I'm going to try this other one here first before I go back to the other one. That one looks good. There we go. That one came through. Let's try this other one again. All right.
I just posted another one.
Oh, that's the one I was going to post. So there you go.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and there's a third one actually I'm going to post for you.
Okay. I stream every Sunday night on that. I guess I don't know if I posted. I posted like a Twitter somewhere, and I'll try to throw up some clips on my YouTube and highlights on Twitch and maybe one on here. So, okay. Have fun.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Thank you.
No problem.